Guess what? We are back. Welcome. Thanks for joining us for this another session in Wife Only. Yes, that's all we're going to be talking about, how to be the best wife that you can be if you are in a state where you're contemplating the role, the responsibility of a wife. This is the space to be. If you are a male and you desire a wife, then this is a place to be to get guidance as what you should be looking for in a wife. If you are a wife already, in terms of having a husband, then this is a place where the older woman can teach the younger woman. So please don't forget to leave those comments, those questions, those concerns that you have in the description and in the comments below, so that we can have a conversation on the matter as we guide you along the way. Now, the big question that we're going to be trying to answer is, who is responsible when a woman is submitted to the will of a man? That's a very good question to ask, and thank you for asking that question. The truth be told, the minute a woman decides that she is going to be submitting to the will of a man, the man then now becomes responsible because he has taken on the responsibility, because she has given up her authority over to the man, which means that she is under his command. Remember, the title of husband or husband prospect means that the man will need to be equipped to elevate his state of consciousness and take a total responsibility of the woman. Yes, it didn't say partial responsibility. It didn't say half a responsibility. It didn't say nothing about 50-50, 10 and 90. Or 0 100. It says to take total responsibility. How many women in the world today would like a man to take care of them? They don't have to go to work. They don't have to deal with the bosses that are trying to make them do things which are ungodly. The title there of husband is important for us to know and understand. So as a woman, if you are going to decide to give a man or allow a man to become your husband, then you must understand that you are giving him authority over you. In that, he becomes responsible for you as a whole. Boundaries are in place, yes, on those terms, but the boundaries are within the confines of those things which are given based on the principles of God, which means some things that we understand. Anything that happens, the man will be held accountable and responsible, as it is a reflection of his stewardship. One of the worst things that can ever happen to a man is a man who is unable to control his household, a man whose wife is not on a frequency which represents him in a manner that is pleasing. One of the worst things that could ever happen to a man is to have a wife that is not going the same direction as him. And these little frictions and nuances that occur over time creates rift and tears in the relationship that eventually leads to separation. So if the man is not operating in his place and the woman is not operating in her place, that relationship is going to be destroyed. You have to decide for yourself if you want your relationship to be one that remains strong true to the end of time. I want your relationship to remain strong even to the end of time. But before that can happen, we have to build the foundation to understand what is necessary for us to enjoy such a type of relationship. Today, one of the greatest problems that we are seeing in the world is that women are failing to honor and respect the position of husband. And even the men who are in the prospect, they have no desire to submit to them. So if you are a female and you are seeking after a husband, you have to know in your mind that you are willing to submit to that man. You should never extend or allow your hand to be received in marriage if you are not willing to submit to the man that you are going to engage in this unification process with. And when we speak about submission, we are not speaking about half-hearted submission. It means then that you can't give the man half your heart while another man has the other half of your heart. We don't want to work like that, because there is a recipe for disaster. When your husband speaks, you should be willing to get up to attention at the sound of his voice, as he requires certain things from you. So this responsibility of a wife is serious. And yes, even though you are under protection, you have to allow yourself to be equipped and ready to be selected for an individual who is on your same frequency. Not being equal to, but on your same frequency, which means that you can go in to help and aid him in developing and becoming that which he needs to be, while he polishes you, he cultivates you, and allows you an opportunity to grow as you both grow and develop together, while expanding the family unit. The word husband is a person and a position that is to honor, to be honored. So this person and position of husband is to be honored, even when you as a woman may disagree with his points. Yes, even when you disagree with his points that he's making, as long as they're in alignment with the will of God, then you have to submit. Sometimes you as a woman may operate on feelings, but the man tends to operate on principle. So it's not how he feels, but it's what makes sense logically to him. And that there is something that you will have to acclimate yourself to as you engage in the relationship. Christ is the head of every man, as long as that man is under authority. And if Christ cannot overrule the man, he is not under the authority. And immediately, that man, that male, becomes unfit to lead. The headship of a man provides covering. When God was over Christ, God covered Christ. Christ is to cover every man, and the man is to cover the woman. Remember, a man does not originate from a woman, but the woman came from the man. The woman is the glory of the man, which means it is her responsibility to make the man look as good as he can look. It doesn't mean looking physically. It means that she should exude an attitude which is enticing and desirable, so that others looking on may say, yes, indeed, this woman is representing the portfolio that she is currently occupying. So when a woman is exuding such an aroma, everyone in the community should know that this woman is a dignified woman. This woman is a righteous woman. This woman is a wife. So the woman should bring glory to the man. The man's job is to make God look good. The woman's job is to make the man look good. Culture does not nullify the principles of God. To fight the issue is to fight creation. And to fight creation is to fight the Creator. There's no need to fight the Creator. God, being all-knowing, knows exactly what He was doing when you are aligned under His will. If you don't care what God says, and you don't want to have any man over you, you need to do this. Don't entice or deceive a king, number one. Number two, do not encourage or engage in marriage. Number three, do not have children. Number four, you can live by yourself and save a man from a rebellious wife while making himself available to one who desires him and is in alignment with the will of God. If you're not going to do your part, do not expect the male to become a man and do his part. The man under God's will not abuse you and will not mistreat you because he understands who you are representing. If there is any man who does that, it means that they have no right or authority under God. A woman needs to be under authority in order to be guaranteed protection from the angels assigned unto her. Remember, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities and power. And we have darkness in many, many places. This is where we're going to put a pause on this session as we have delved a little deeper into the matter of submission. Yes, submission. I hope that you're enjoying this series with us here on Wife Only. This has been an experience to remember. My name is Kareem Ainsley, the wife lifestyle strategist. Be the wife you were meant to be. Until next time. For those who are still here, please don't forget to share this information with someone you know who is a wife, who wants to be a wife, who is seeking after a wife, who is confused about what or who a wife is. People who you think that this would empower. We are in the business of saving relationship. We don't want you to end up in a situation where you are in a problem that you didn't need to be in, because coming out of problem costs time, energy, resources, and even your sanity and your salvation. So be the wife you were meant to be. Be the husband that God desires if you are male, looking on and seeing the content that we are presenting to our female audience. This is a space where we try to be as transparent as possible, to present the authentic truth, which is lacking in the world today. We want you to know that we only desire for you to have the best relationship. It is possible, but in order to achieve that which is possible, you have to be willing to take the first step in securing the foundation. Don't just listen to the information and do nothing with it. Put measures in place to apply them in your relationship, as we desire for you to be better and not bitter. Signing out is yours truly,